Hello and welcome back to the FCS Football Channel and today's match preview for the Manchester United versus Manchester City Carabao Cup semi-final match. Now this game is huge for both clubs, not only because it's a Manchester derby, but because it's the first chance to win silverware and get to Wembley. Of course, Manchester United or Manchester City will be facing either Tottenham or Brentford. That game will be going on, when you're watching this last night, but for when I'm recording this tonight. Most likely we will be facing Tottenham if we manage to progress. But Brentford aren't a bad side and they're a team that can cause problems to this Tottenham Hotspur team if they don't play at their best. But about this game, how did both teams make it to the semi-final? Well, of course, Manchester United, we beat Luton, we beat Brighton and we beat Everton. Winning the first two games 3-0 and beating Everton 2-0. While Manchester City, they beat Bournemouth 2-1. They then went to beat Burnley 3-0 and then 4-1 against Arsenal. So they are kind of just counting up. Scored twice in the first game, 3 in the second game, 4 in the third game. Are they going to get a 5 in this game? Let's hope not. When it comes to how these teams are doing in the Premier League and how their season are looking, both of them are in a title race. In fact, if both teams win their game in hand, Manchester United playing Burnley and Manchester City playing Aston Villa and Everton, both teams will occupy the top two spots, with Manchester United sitting top, while Manchester City will sit second in the Premier League with Liverpool in third. So both teams are definitely in a title race and both having pretty successful Premier League campaigns, but both teams will want to get to a final today and be in a chance of winning their first piece of silverware of the season. And for Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, their first piece of silverware. So what Manchester City team are we likely to see? Well, Manchester City convincingly beat Chelsea 3-1 last time out. However, it wasn't a conventional Manchester City side. They are without a lot of players. They're out with Ederson, Jesus, Ake, Ferran Torres, Kyle Walker, Garcia and Aymeric Laporte. Majority of these players are out due to positive COVID-19 tests or COVID-19 protocols, meaning they can't play. However, in the case of Aymeric Laporte, it is just he's got a hamstring injury. Sergio Aguero may also not be fully fit, although he did come off the bench against Chelsea and has been making a few appearances here and there, but he doesn't look fully fit, so we might not be able to start today. Now, like I said, in that Chelsea game, Manchester City won 3-1. It was a convincing victory, and we saw a new role for Kevin De Bruyne. Usually, we know Kevin De Bruyne is an attacking midfielder. However, Pep Guardiola deployed him in a number 9 position as sort of a false 9, like we saw Lionel Messi play so effectively for Barcelona back in their heyday in around 2011-12, where Pep Guardiola was at Barcelona. We've seen Raheem Sterling try and play that false 9 position a few times under Pep Guardiola. It has never really worked, but Kevin De Bruyne took that role and excelled in it, and we are likely to see a similar sort of Manchester City side today. Now, when it comes to Manchester United, I'm expecting to see a similar side to that team that played in that 2-1 win over Aston Villa. So here it is. This is the team I would play. I feel like Henderson is just going to be penciled in for this game like he was against Sheffield United, so I think he will start. However, I would prefer David De Gea. I think right back, you obviously go for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Centre-back options, I would of course go for the two centre-backs that have been playing so well together in Eric Bailly and Harry Maguire. I think they're playing well. Bailly won us that game against Aston Villa with that last-minute block, so he has to play. Harry Maguire, for me, goes at centre-back alongside him. That's who's been playing. Harry Maguire will never be dropped by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because he's our captain, because he's worth £80 million, according to Manchester United. So he will never be dropped, so he will, of course, be in there. I've gone for Luke Shaw at left-back. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just really likes Luke Shaw, and this is exactly the type of game Luke Shaw plays in. A game that we're going to sit back majority of the game and be under immense amount of pressure. I think Luke Shaw has done so well against Manchester City in the past, 5 games? He deserves to be starting, and he does start today. I think we will see McFred. I think, again, this type of game, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will deploy McFred. I think he will want to play Paul Pogba in a further forward position. That's why I've gone for him on the left wing. We saw against Manchester City in the first game, Paul Pogba did play on that left-hand side, and I think we're going to see the exact same today. I think he played really well there against Aston Villa. I think that it can be to our detriment playing Paul Pogba out on that left-hand side because I don't think he can get on the ball as much against the top sides. I don't think he got on the ball much against Manchester City, although he did play fairly well. Leicester, when he came on there, I didn't think he played too well because we don't get the ball out to him enough. But I think today McFred will play, and I think Pogba will play on the left, meaning Marcus Rashford will go out onto the right wing. He's got a pace to burn, and I don't rate any of Man City's left backs really. You could see Laporte maybe go there to try and stop Marcus Rashford. However, I don't see it happening. I think we will see probably a Zinchenko at left back for Manchester City, and I think Rashford can have him on toast all day. Bruno Fernandes will of course be at 10. Bruno Fernandes is a must start for Manchester United, and I think he will. And of course, Anthony Martial will start top for Manchester United. So I think, yeah, like I said, I think this is how we will line up. I think this is how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will line us up. I would prefer David De Gea in goal. I think David De Gea has been fantastic this season. Don't think he's at fault for any of the guys we've conceded really at all this year. So I don't see why we would drop David De Gea, but I think he will. And I think Dean Henderson will start. I think this game is winnable for us. I think this is the type of game we need to be confident. We need to go in there behind the boys and backing the boys. If we don't, that's when we will underperform. Last season we got to 3 semi-finals? Europa League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. We lost them all. This is a game we've traditionally lost. Like I said, we lost 3 semi-finals last season. This is a game we need to turn it around, especially against Manchester City, our derby, our rivals. Let's get behind the boys and let's back them and let's win this semi-final. Let's get to the final. Let's meet either Spurs or Brentford and let's win a cup for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The boys deserve it. And look, this would be a perfect way to spring forward our season and our title race. Look, we can go top of the Premier League because after Liverpool lost to Southampton, winning a Carabao Cup semi-final against our biggest rivals or our local derby would be huge. And I'm backing the boys. I'm going for a Manchester United win. I think we will get to a Carabao Cup final, and I'm going for a 2-0 Manchester United win. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't already. Make sure you turn the notification bell on so you never miss a video here on the FCS Football channel. And please do tune in for the watch along, which will be later tonight. All the details for that will be on my side. Anyway, thank you all for watching and I'll see you next time. Peace.